23.
Yeah. Welcome to episode 23 of Unrolled, the worst cigar podcast on the internet. Definitely on YouTube. And my name is Mike. This is Chuck on the other side. And in the middle, we got Leo.
How we doing, guys?
Leo's second time in. Sound effects of the rain coming down.
Better believe
Right.
it.
It's always raining.
Gonna rain all week, they say.
Yeah, oh, really? That's good. That's a lot of bucket brigade I got to do.
Then it's gonna be 80s next week.
Is it finally?
Yes,
That's
that's
good.
what
Couple
they're
days.
saying.
Couple days, 80.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw today, like, it's at 5-something in the morning. It was, like, the highest it was going to be all day. I was like, oh, it's nice out. What's the weather going to be? I'm like, oh, it's getting colder as the day goes on. That sucks. So,
That's why I grabbed my hoodie. Yeah. Because I know I'm gonna be cold up there this morning.
yeah.
I know it. And then
Oh, sure.
super cold.
Leo and I are going to smoke a Grey Cliff 30th anniversary. This is a torpedo. I think that's what they call it. So, Grey Cliff. Leo, do you know anything about the cigar?
I have heard of them. I've never had one.
All right. So, they call this the pirate size.
Awesome.
So, I guess that's a thing. So, Grey Cliff has a awesome 5-star resort. There you go, sir. In the Bahamas. And they actually have, if you take a trip there, you can get like a cigar package and go down in the basement and roll a bunch of cigars with everybody, rolling cigars. So, I think that's pretty.
Yeah, that is
Real
real
you
cool.
get to pay Grey Cliff, and then you get to go down there and give them labor.
Right. Yes. Much like working here.
That's right.
All right, and so I only had 3 in the box. So you're smoking one, I'm going to smoke one, and then we're going to unroll the last one.
You're gonna unroll the last one.
Unroll the last one. 30-year vintage is what it says.
Wow.
So does that mean it's 30-year-old tobacco? I mean, that's what one would...
I would think it is, but
It's still there.
What's the orange?
Yep.
All right, so that means we're going to be in black and white again because we like old-time
Yep.
movies.
I don't know what that is.
So does it really come through in post?
Yep.
I wonder if it's because the camera's plugged it in instead of just running on battery.
I don't know. I don't know. Pissing me off though.
Oh, still doing it.
I don't know what it could be.
yeah, I don't know anything about cameras and stuff like that.
Clearly, neither do we.
It's a reflection of something, but I don't see it on the wall.
I wonder, it's got to be like some lights, a lighting issue. You know who would know? The marvelous Joe Moran.
Probably.
Joe Moran would
He'll
understand.
just be mad I'm not using the other camera.
Well, that's a thing too.
I don't know why it's doing that. It's really pissing me off. I'm probably gonna bust that goddamn thing.
A couple of episodes ago, you was having a light bar across the top.
Yeah, we got rid of the green screen because
Yeah.
of that.
Is that what it was? The
'cause
green
I
screen?
couldn't get rid of it.
Yeah, we got rid of the green screen because Chuck needs to take a little more time, and that thing definitely doesn't have patience with Adobe and fine tune it.
Well, nothing I did would get rid of it. I tried to get rid of it. Nothing I did would get rid of it.
What are you smoking today?
Cheap Breva.
Well,
We unrolled a Breva, 2 weeks
2
ago?
weeks ago you did,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's all I'm smoking is a Breva.
I mean,
Has your taste buds come back since the last time we talked? You said you were
Yeah.
kind of, so much on the, because your sinuses and everything.
Well, I got a bunch of anxiety. My arm's got my anxiety up.
I hear you, trust me.
So I've not been eating really good.
Took that fall on Easter and my left arm is like great, so it's like,
But did you rise again
well,
on Easter?
it took,
But,
I know what you're going, yeah. I did, but it took a couple of people to get me up. I couldn't put any weight on and that just made me aggravated.
They should have made you like a crutch out of like a T or something, like a lowercase T. You could have walked around with that.
Yeah. I see what I'm picking up what you're throwing down. Right on. But I'm got a lot of doctor's appointments and all that. And
So you said you were saying earlier before we went on, it's like you can't even really hold anything.
no, I mean, that's as high as I can raise my arm.
Jeez. How are you sleeping?
It hurts when I roll over on that side.
Yeah.
And it's just, Dr. Holscher did the range of motion, and he said, now make an okay sign. And then he said, don't let me get my finger out. And I said, okay. And he goes like that, and I can't stop it. This hand here, I can do all day long.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Huh.
I got a guy that'll fix that.
What's that? The okay sign?
No, that arm.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Drew will fix that arm.
He'll pop it right back in.
He'll fix that arm right up.
Best doctor in the world. You can go in there with a gunshot wound, and he'll adjust you, and bullet pops out.
Good possibility. I'd believe that.
He put some magic tape on you and be done.
Yeah,
I'd believe that.
Waiting on Dr. Rogowski's office to call me. And MRI Thursday on Cinco de Mayo Day.
Yeah, all the downtown's getting ready for
Big party.
Cinco de Mayo, and then Derby Days 2 days later. So there's a lot of the building owners are getting stuff ready and cleaned up and niced and all that stuff. We're moving humidors in today downtown.
When's he showing up?
He thinks he's going to be done around 2, so I'm going to load up that rack that's in the back, that storage rack that was taken apart. I'm going to load that up, take it down there, and then come back at 2 and meet him.
It's got a good flavor to it. It really
Yeah,
does.
you know, I used to really love Gray Cliffs. I haven't smoked one in probably a year or two. These have been sitting in the humidor for a couple of years. I got down to 3. Somebody called me and they said, hey, I want 3 of those Gray Cliffs. So I put them up, and of course they never come in. So I'm glad I answered the phone on that one. So I could have sold them 3, 4, or 5 times, but it's cool. It's whatever.
I looking to see if I still got it here. I took some pictures of like I said, guys, I listen to all kinds of podcasts and stuff like that. My wife, she doesn't let me do a whole lot because of that. But Boston Jimmy,
Yeah.
he has on Saturdays. It's called The Wheel of Wonderfulness. You have to subscribe to Stogie Press, and there is a little thing in there, and you read on the cigars, and every once in a while he'll tell you in there, look for this certain thing, go to that website, and then comment, and you get entered in the Wheel of Wonderfulness.
Right.
Well, last Saturday I won the Wheel of Wonderfulness, and I got the Drew Estate pack. I got the spray can lighter, and
What's
you
it?
can it looks like a tall spray can.
Like a spray paint can?
Yeah, spray paint can, and it actually rattles,
Right.
and it's got a hole in the top of it, and then you flick it and it lights, and it's really good. I was going to bring it up to show y'all, and I totally forgot it.
Oh, that's okay.
And then I got a bag. I got this Drew Estate bag.
Oh, nice.
Now
nice sounds.
did the bag come with all kinds of loose tobacco in it?
No, here's what it came with.
That
It's
surprises me.
it's
Was it-
probably all traditional
Was
cigars.
it packed in loose tobacco?
It was packed in those cigars.
Nice.
And I mean, there's some,
That's a lot of cigars.
yeah, there's some knuckle busters, a protocol.
That's a lot of cigars.
And then the guy that does it, he is Boston Jimmy, and he's got a couple of his cigars here.
Where's Boston Jimmy from? Connecticut?
He is from Florida.
Of
Yeah,
course
but he
is.
loves Boston.
Of course he's from Florida.
But here's the cigars that came in,
Yeah.
and you can squeeze it out and see. But it's out of his stuff. He hand picks them and gives them to you and everything. And
Right on.
just for listening, comment, like you guys know, I
Right.
do a lot of.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I mean, it paid off in some cigars, and then
Sure.
the hat, the bag.
That's a good one right there. That Medio Tempo. There's a lot of good ones in here, but I really
I've
like
heard about the Media Tempo. I
Yeah.
haven't smoked one.
Yeah, it's really good. It's a good full body cigar.
And then these up here, can you stretch that down? Those are, it says Dominican.
Nicaraguan,
Nicaragua.
Honduran.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know who they're from or anything like that, but
Right. See this Camacho here? Mm-hmm. They discontinued those. So
I remember you talking about that
Yep.
on your podcast a week or two ago.
Yep, they discontinued that whole line for some reason. Beautiful boxes too, man. I loved having those in the shop. They are discontinued. I can't. I'm going to search for some wholesalers, see if I can grab a couple last boxes.
But that leather bag,
yeah, that's.
I'll carry. There's more cigars. I take pictures of all the cigars. But that leather bag has a USB port that you plug in.
What?
Yeah. Down here,
You charge the bag?
you can't really see it, but here in the corner, it's down on
Right.
this one. I cut it off.
Right.
But there's the cord inside the bag, but on the outside is a USB port.
Huh.
So I guess you can plug it in and then charge your laptop or phone.
What's that right there? Is that a bottle of something?
Let's see. That's the spray paint can.
Oh, okay.
And it's got the DE25 on it.
Sure.
And I wished I would have brought. I'll bring it back up sometime and show y'all though.
Is that
But-
the USB port?
Yes, there it is. Right, you did good. See that he knows what he's doing. But when I go on vacations and everything, I had a little leather or cloth bag, and I would put my travel humidors in there with some cigars, so I can fit them. You got to see. He knows what he's doing, and I couldn't even show him. There's the spray paint
Is that
can.
an iPhone?
No.
No, it's an Android.
Oh.
I'm just versed in technology.
Oh.
And there I am holding everything.
Yeah, dude, good haul. Good score.
Yeah.
I know
That
just
bag
for
looks nice.
just
Shout,
for
shout out to Boston Jimmy from Florida.
yeah. If you want
I'm
to,
just surprised that
Well,
Look
it
at
was
that
just a
spray
DE.
paint.
So he's not
that's a lighter.
he's
yeah,
not-
that's a spray can lighter.
That's kind of cool.
And it's-
It's real cool.
Yeah,
It
that's kinda
rattles
cool.
like a can of paint, and then you hit the little button on the top there, and there's a little hole that comes out the side.
What's their demographic for that? I wonder.
I don't know, but they're going like crazy. Everybody's wanting them.
I bet they are.
Everybody's wanting them.
So that Boston Jimmy's probably not a DE, like a Drew Estate rep. He's probably just giving away a bunch of stuff because
Right.
there was hardly any Drew Estate cigars in there.
Yeah,
Right, right.
just
There.
that
Yeah.
undercrown
Right,
was
the
there.
undercrown. But everything else.
But
was,
he promotes everybody.
I've got beef with Drew Estate. I hate their packaging. I don't
Just
know why
on
they
some-
have to do it.
just on some of them, you don't like the.
Speaking of though, your buddy sent you those new cigars.
Yeah, the Mexican ones,
What are they? The
mule kicks.
the mule kicks.
Yeah.
And those are packaged like garbage too.
Why are they packaged like
Because
garbage?
they got paper
Paper?
folded over all over the
That's
place
pretty-
inside of them.
That's pretty standard.
I was gonna say one of the
pretty standard.
one of the podcasts I watched a month or two ago, they were saying they were wrapping cigars because it's cheaper in newspapers and stuff like that
No.
for the consumers.
This is decorative. This
Oh,
is decorative
oh,
inside the box.
No.
But I have to remove it. We have to remove it because it blocks the cigars. You can't just have paper in the humidor because listen, I tell these people all the time when they come in, I go, well, the local stuff, the table 36, because they'll ask. The table 36 peacemakers right in front of you as soon as you walk through the door. And I still have to go and show them. So if we have cigars with paper over the top of them and boxes with paper over the top of them,
Right,
they'll
right.
never find the cigars. They'll
Yeah.
think that we're selling paper.
Then you just remove it, so that way it's easy for the consumer.
Yeah,
Since we know the consumers are all too dumb to figure anything out, then we'll just remove it and make it presentable.
And I
Right.
don't know whether you've heard anything from Devin yet or not out in California,
Yeah.
the classic sticks. I was talking to him and everything, and he said he was going to send me a couple to sample, and he'd like my opinion on them and all that. So
Yep.
But I just, it's just an extra step that you have to take that I don't understand. I just don't understand it.
Because they're set up more for the whole, because it's Oliva, they have paper and they have, like on the Serie V Milanios,
But that's just laying there.
and they have paper and then they
like-
have another piece, and it's all of it goes in the trash when you sell single stick sales. But really what they're doing is they're packaging it more for the end consumer, not for a retail establishment. So the consumer likes all that stuff. So, it beautifies the boxes. So as a retailer, we have to work a little harder to make it presentable,
I guess.
to make it easy for people to grab, and then we can sell cigars. But yeah, no, I'm with you on Drew Estate's packaging on the flavored, on the infused cigars and on the like Isla del Sols. It's just, you know, it looks good when you open the box, but as soon as one comes out, it's just a confetti party. So
Everywhere.
yeah. So
Now, are you
C
talking
notes,
that
they
brown
bury
looking
them C notes.
shredded up paper? Is that what you're talking
No,
about?
paper,
it's
it's tobacco.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's tobacco. It's in there. It's a mess when somebody touches it, and you know it adds to it, and it's nice to keep those because I've been helping people regulate their humidors with it because it fills up the humidors, and then they can lay their cigars down on it and helps regulate the humidors a little better than just having 3 cigars in a 50 count box.
I got 3 of the table 36 Peacemaker Judges left. I smoke them whenever there's
That's probably more than we got left.
Yep, we're running low, and
Well, the last box is in the humidor right now.
is it?
Yep.
Did you get it out yesterday?
Josh got it out Saturday.
I wonder if Josh left the walk-in humidor, the other humidor door open. It was wide open
Which one?
yesterday. That one,
He probably didn't close it right.
wide open.
He probably didn't close it right. It wasn't wide open when I left Saturday, though.
It was wide open yesterday.
And I seen where you both been getting some one-wheeling in.
We did Sunday.
Sunday, got a lot in Sunday.
Yeah, we did 10, 11 miles, almost 11 miles.
Awesome.
You know, and I was thinking about my battery. I've left it on charger. Today's day 2. I left it on the charger when I got home. I plugged it in, and but I don't know if it was fully charged because I didn't look at it when we started.
Right.
I didn't turn the app on until we hit Central Avenue, and I was like,
Right.
oh, I better see where I'm at. So yeah, we went all around town. We hit a couple different parks. I don't know. It was a good little route.
Good
I
deal.
thought it was a good little route. Challenging, frustrating.
Right.
Bricks suck on.
Oh,
that
I'll
thing.
bet. I can remember as a kid riding a bicycle on the brick.
But the difference in like when we first got them to like Sunday, you know, like so we went to Riverview Park and all of them,
Right?
and we went towards the staircase from like downtown. And those bricks, did you see them? They're all set to like help with grip on tires.
Oh, yeah.
But what a
Yeah.
nightmare for trying to one wheel up a steep
I
hill.
didn't have any problem.
I touched my nose once on it, and then so I hit the nose, and then I got nervous and I kind of just jumped off, and then I had the hardest time starting again because it was as soon as you level the board, it's going backwards, and I was trying to go forward, and
I watch you guys ride them, and it's all balance. I get it, but not for me. But
it doesn't feel like balance now.
it does
No.
because you're
No.
so used to it.
I don't.
I mean, it's like roller skating. When I first started roller skating, you know, I mean, I was out at Mr. T's, which is no longer here, and I had that railing all the way around, and I was pulling myself around until I got to where I could skate.
Right.
After that, you know, I was out there crisscrossing, turning, and flipping backwards and everything. And
Yeah, they you know, that's what it is now, and now it's you know, it's weird to say, it's almost kind of second nature now when you're riding it. Like you're not worried about the riding part, you're worried about like just carving, and like now it's not staying on. It's what can we get through? Here you go.
Right.
What can we get through? What can we you know, we went down a road that was closed, and they you know, there was a couple of big holes that were just filled with rock, and hell, that would have scared me a month ago even. You know, it's like your confidence builds so fast on that thing. I have to get my wrist pads on order, my wrist braces on order before I...
I've only been wearing one.
Oh, yeah, I bet you have.
I can't put the one on the burn arm.
That's funny.
Oh,
That's
yeah, I'll bet.
that's your forward arm, too, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the arm that's going to hit.
Yeah.
That sucks. Yeah, we had some good speeds. I think mine was 16.5 on it.
I think I got 15 maybe.
So, you know, we went to that little lodge place, right, where I was talking to that guy, Greg.
yeah.
And so I told Ginger, I said, hey, let's go there for dinner. You know, it's close. I don't feel like spending a lot of time in the car. So I got a shower. I left when we were done. I went in and I hung one more sling. I left. I went up to the house. I changed clothes. I didn't even shower. I changed clothes.
Did you get all them slings in?
They had class yesterday on it.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
Nice.
So I had to go to the store and buy a few more things, but whatever. So anyway, we drive down there, and I'm really this is the second time I've gone down there to spend money, and I'm like, hey, I don't have any cash. Ginger's like, I got cash. It's your birthday. Don't worry about it. So we get down there, and they're closed. It was like 5:30, 6 o'clock.
Wow.
How do you? And then you go, well, we can't make it. Well, no shit, you're not open. Open the fucking doors.
Right. That's a cool spot too.
It's a very cool spot. But
I was gonna see if Sarah wanted to go. I'm glad I didn't know.
Yeah, it was closed.
See if she wanted to go
I
back
was
down there.
super. You know where we went? We went to Ruiz
I
or
don't know what that
Ruiz.
is.
It's a Mexican restaurant on Lindbergh. It's been there 100 years. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I've heard of it. I have never. I'm not a big, Mexican.
Oh, I love Mexican food, like real Mexican food too. Anyway, we go to this place. It's on Lindbergh. It's been there for as long as I can remember. It's on the right-hand side if we're coming from Alton, and it's past Cross Keys and all that.
Right.
So it's almost at the turn to go like into Hazelwood, kind of, or whatever. You know what I'm talking about? Where Lindbergh turns. It's on the right-hand side. It's kind of down a little hill. The parking lot is, and then it sits back some, and it's. So we go in there.
Center, right?
Huh?
In that big shopping center?
Not a shopping center at all. It's a standalone building.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just
It's just before all that. I think is where you're at.
yeah, probably before all the after the turn, it becomes shopping centers and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Like Bandanas is on the left. This place is on the right before
Yeah.
before the turn,
Okay.
before the ice cream place and everything. So I had to get gas anyway. I was driving. So I was like, well, if we're going to do Mexican, let's do a different Mexican. So we drive over there. I don't think I've ever eaten there. If I do, I thought the place was like run down, because it's hella old, right?
Right.
So they just remodeled. They probably got some COVID money or something. This place is beautiful. I mean, it is authentically beautiful. I was blown away. Our salsa was so hot I couldn't eat it all. The table salsa.
You like spicy food.
I love spicy. I can eat ghost peppers raw, all of it. And I'm telling you, I got barbacoa tacos. Couldn't finish them. Now I haven't been eating a lot because of stress, so it doesn't take a lot to fill me up. I got their Mexican corn. That was like
They got Mexican corn there.
not on the cob, right?
Well, no, but in a cup, that's still good.
Onions, peppers in the corn.
Nice.
Oh my gosh, dude,
Nice.
it threw me
No,
back.
that's one thing they don't have around here is the Mexican corn.
Dude, it threw me back.
Nice.
And I told Ginger, I go, now it's been a long time since I've eaten outside of this country,
Right.
but this is as close to as what I remember it tasting. I mean, you could taste the fire on the corn.
Yeah, they just don't serve that street corn.
Oh my
You
god!
can get it at the Hispanic festival. You can get
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
And you can get it.
I go to the Hispanic festival just for the cups of fruit with the tagine.
Yeah,
all over.
well, and then I started bringing it in.
Oh, dude,
The tagine.
it's everywhere now, man. I got it
Yeah,
at
it's
the
all
house.
over
Have
the
you ever had tagine?
No.
It's like citrus. Oh, it's lime seasoning with some other. I don't even know what's all in it, dude.
It's
just
really, really good on fruit.
Oh, it's amazing on fruit.
Have you ever fried corn at home in a skillet? Put a little butter in there and drain the corn, and then just stir it around with a spatula or whatever until it starts getting brown. It's really good.
No, I've
Fried
never done
corn.
that.
Yep.
Heaters has kind of a street corn.
Yeah, that's what you were saying. The corn
It's
was good.
really, really good.
But it's not Mexican.
really good.
But it's good.
It's not the same.
Right, but it's good.
close, but
Yeah.
it's really, really good. If you've not had Heaters yet, you got.
I haven't had it,
You
man.
gotta go up there.
I have.
And Master P's doing a commercial for them.
You gonna
Really?
elaborate?
They got one of those cameo commercials.
Yeah. Do they really?
Yeah, with Master P.
No.
Yeah, Sarah seen it yesterday.
That's pretty awesome. man.
Wow.
Like on TV, or
It's not. I don't think it's on
where'd
TV.
she see it? Like online?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
On their
hilarious.
Facebook page.
Yeah. I'm gonna get Biz Marquis to do one for AP Cigar. It's probably the only person I can afford right now.
They're not that cameo stuff's not that
No,
expensive.
it's like $130.
yeah, it's like $100.
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
Yeah, I was, we did. I went to an event for the Telegraph when we won, when we were nominated for Best Pawn Shop when we were closed, and they had it was right before COVID, so we were closed. So this had to have been like 17, or 8. No, it had to have been 19. It was 19.
Yeah.
And so I go just to eat the food and drink the drinks. It's all free, right? And I think it's hilarious that they're so dumb. And so I go to the thing, and they paid a crap ton of cameos. So the best DJ was announced by the guy from American Idol that says Dog, Randy Jackson. It was just, I mean, how much money? And they're all coming out in like formal attire, like tuxedos and whatnot. And I'm like, y'all know it's like we're still in Alton, you
What's
know.
my ride?
Like, but it was cute. It was a good effort.
Next year, you got to get up and slap somebody.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, definitely.
And I'm like,
Make it all.
dude, my mom's got
official.
my mom's got the best shirt. Shit, it's minding my own small business.
Right.
I just
That's
just
cool.
just mind your own small business and leave us the hell alone.
Do me
So,
a favor though at the awards.
Yeah.
If you're going up there to smack somebody, be sure to smile a lot. So I'll think it's like, hey, that's like Will Smith.
Yeah,
did.
yeah, I'll go up there. Then I'm gonna tell them to keep my name out your good mouth. So no, so we're, but no, it's I haven't been to Heaters. I've been frequently. All right, official podcast. I've hit
That's
the
right.
effing mic.
That's why all his strings are off of his microphone. If you look, that's why they're all popped off.
I've been eating Taco Bell almost every day. I know, but it's right by Lowe's. And I can go right down the road, get on the highway, go right back downtown.
All right,
So-
and
Where's our Taco Bell by Lowe's?
Right behind Steak and Shake. It's right off the highway.
Where's the Steak and Shake at?
We're
at
there
the
in
corner
Albee.
of Albee and
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Over
yeah,
at it.
yeah. And
All right.
Lowe's is right there.
Oh, okay.
that Jack in the Box. They used to hit that a lot, after being out a lot of nights, way back in the day. And
That Jack and
you
Box
wanted
is
them
garbage.
tacos. Well, but back then,
God.
tacos when you're drunk is,
Oh, sure.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
Dude, the
We used to make a round trip. We'd start up here and we'd hit the back roads, roll a joint, and then by the time we were done rolling that joint and smoking it, we were just getting into Wood River to hit Jack in the Box, eat our food, start rolling another joint, and we'd just time it just right. We'd be on the back roads again by the time. But our Jack in the Box was like our center of our trip.
right.
Back in
The refuel.
the early 70s, me and my buddies, we'd ride our motorcycles. We'd come down to Wood River and start drinking our way all the way through Grafton and up,
Wood River through Grafton is a long way, buddy.
Yeah. Well, we would start out in Wood River, hit a bar, drink one,
Right.
hit another bar, drink one, and go into Alton, hit
Yep.
the bars, drink them, go up the River Road, stop in Grafton, and then go up to 16 and cut in. There was one
Yeah.
bar up in Fielden
Yep.
and back in Jerseyville. And one night we're riding, and I mean, we were, my buddies, they all rode those crotch rockets, and I had a Yamaha 1100 XS. And I don't do curves like they did on their crotch rockets,
Right.
They would be running and leaning and all that. And I say, I'll see you up the road there a little bit, when it gets straight again.
Right.
And we were
I'll catch
coming, we were coming down or coming up 16 into Jerseyville. I lived over on Fairgrounds on the east side of town, and we were coming up 16, and you could see this ginormous rain cloud. And I thought to myself, man, when we get up there, we're going to be drenched. And I mean, it like somebody opened up buckets and would just pour it. Oh my gosh! But the fun things you do when you're young.
Oh yeah, I did that last year.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
That was
I did that
awesome to see the pictures. Not awesome for you guys.
one. No, it's miserable for us.
I mean, I'm a fair weather rider. If it's looking like rain, I'm not getting it out. But if I'm out and it starts raining, I'm going to get home.
I saw a train riding this Harley this morning. I was like,
yeah?
I was like, man, you start the day with rain. The dog slept on my head last night. I don't even know how I can breathe. Slept on my head. That lightning came through and thunder.
You want a kitten?
Nope.
We got kittens.
Nope.
You want a kitten? Want
Nope.
a kitten, Leo?
No, no. Now, I was just telling Mike earlier before we got set up in here, my wife has an aunt and uncle that lives in Biloxi, Mississippi. And for many, many years, I have been wanting to go south so I can see a beach.
Right.
She found us a place down there, and she says it's a block away from the beach. Is that good?
No.
I go, well, yeah, I would love to have a balcony to where I could sit there and see the Gulf,
Right.
but
Right.
I'll take that because I can drive down to the beach, you know.
Right.
So they're going to do some investigating and look into it. And,
Well, you might be able to see it from there. It depends on
yeah, I don't.
depends on what it is.
I mean, they showed us a picture of it, but it's just a street level picture of the house. It's a small house,
Right.
but they want $750 or $800 a month.
Oh, what?
A month? That's
Yeah.
not that bad.
I don't think that's that bad, buddy.
Not a block
A
away.
block
That's not
from
that
the
bad
beach?
at all.
Yeah, but there again, I don't.
Give me that
No.
contact. I'm
No,
out of
is
here.
it VRBO?
No, she actually is
It's a
getting
rental house.
It's a rental house. She actually is getting her real estate license, and she's been looking. And I've known them since I married my wife Christina, and they know that I love the South. I just want to, my final years on this God's creation, I want to be able to enjoy that.
Right.
Don't get me wrong, I'd like to be like Al and Harper out there in California in Malibu, sitting on a deck, and there's that ocean.
Right.
But if I'm a block away,
Dude, if I'm a block away from a lake, I'm fine with that.
yeah, definitely. It's just like,
That's why I like the river so much. He's trying to get the trash dumped, and Jeff left the car in the way.
Oh.
but yeah, I'm looking. Hopefully we do. I was telling Mike, and I've told my wife, I'd be like a snowbird. I could go down there 3 months a year because I can handle the summers up here. I've lived here all my life, and I really, really hate winter anymore.
Well, I hate winter. I hate, despise winter. I despise this time of year too. Because
Yeah.
this time of year it's tricky because you're just trying to get winter depression's a real thing,
Yes.
and you're just trying to get out of that winter depression, and it teases you.
And May the 27th, I turned 64, and I've lived here all my life, and it's just like, I could be a snowbird, and come back.
No.
But like me and Mike was talking, I can't afford payments on 2 houses because we bought our house there in Wood River, making payments on it, but I don't know.
Yeah. No. I more than happy to be out of here and never come back. I'm going to Florida though. I'd like to go to California too, but it's just the rules. It's just
Oh, well, yeah, and the government.
the
Now,
politics.
I've been looking and doing some research, and Mississippi is kind of laid back. They got some good things going on down there, and their taxes I don't think are as bad as they are up here.
Right.
I haven't looked into the conceal and carry whether they have
Right.
they have that or not. But Mississippi, I was in Alabama last September. Loved that. Never been to Alabama before, and it was great. And when I was down there, across from the condo was a strip mall, and there was 2 places called Al's Cigars and Tobacco, and Liquor.
Right.
And he had a nice sized humidor with a lot of different cigars, and then you could buy your alcohol and everything. It's a tourist attraction. He had 2 of them. One was here, and the other one was across the street in the same. Yeah, he had 2 of them.
Huh.
And
It
it's
sounds
just-
like them beach wears down in Cocoa Beach. There's one at every block. It's a
Yeah.
beach wear every block, and one guy owns some of them, and another guy owns the other ones.
yeah, and that so. I was listening to you guys' podcast a couple of weeks ago when he was talking about you moving to Florida and opening up AP3.
Right.
Maybe I could move to Mississippi and open AP4 for him.
Right.
Get him all over the United States. Now that don't sound bad, but you say it's because of the the headphones we got on.
Well, I mean, so the microphones pick it up, so, but it don't sound bad idling, like he was just idling.
Mm-hmm.
But when it's fired up and it's you got your foot in it, it sounds freaking terrible. It's not doesn't sound terrible even. It's just loud.
And it's what you
really,
like, I
really,
guess.
really
I
loud.
mean, when the last time I was here and he was talking and everything, when I hear cars like that, I think of Fast and Furious, whatever number it was, with the.
Right. Well.
But
Well, Jeff's got family for sure.
that's
So,
cool. That's cool.
Nothing stronger than
And
family.
his plate
Right.
says Thrust.
That's right.
Cool.
Thrust.
It should say power steering fluid.
Yeah, I got the.
Thing
I
doesn't
guess
turn
you
with
saw
a
I got
crack.
the Nissan out here.
Yeah, frontiering it.
And I got to get the driver's window quit working after they put that door mechanism in it. And I don't know whether they loosened up a wire. Because every once in a while, if you shut the door,
It'll work again.
It'll work.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's got a loose connection in it.
Did you appreciate the fact I didn't rev it up?
Right.
Well, that's what I was saying to Chuck. I said, that's that car and it didn't sound, and I know the last time I was here and he was talking and riding it, and he said it's because of the earphones that we don't hear the cackle or whatever, but that sounded pretty good when you was backing up.
Well, it's because it's at idle with no mufflers.
And that's what Chuck said.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like any car with open headers. It sounds amazing at idle, but at throttle, it's just disgusting. So, no, yeah, I drove by. Kevin was out with a customer, and I'm rumbling through, climbing the potholes in the Mexican lot, and I go, look at this pile of crap, and he goes, looks like you. I was like, thanks, buddy.
And see, like that big old motorhome over there, I've never driven one, but if me and my wife had something like that, we could go down 3 months out of the year and
Just go over and take you one, buddy.
Well, $750 a block away from the beach, that's not bad.
yeah. But having the house payment up here too, but
You
we
lock the
may
door?
just
I don't know.
No.
we may just sell and stay down that way. You know, I mean, who knows how many more? Here he comes.
Yep.
Who knows how many years I got left on this world?
I got to take it down to my dad's.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's just waiting to try and figure out how to get it down there.
Will it make it?
I don't know. That's why I'm waiting to try and figure out how to get it down there.
He's got to take your truck down to his dad's.
Yeah, that's his truck on the side, and I've been gonna fix it, but
The one that's out front there is lowered.
no,
that's
that's
yours.
mine. The one
Okay.
on the side of the building that Colorado, that one's mine, or that one's his.
Mm-hmm.
And I was gonna fix it Monday after I burnt my arm real bad.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna fix it, and I just haven't. I don't think plugs and wires are gonna fix it. So
Welcome to episode 23, where I'm never here.
I think it needs more than that. So I'm gonna take it to my old man. My old man's gonna fix it.
Well,
'Cause I don't think plugs are gonna fix that thing.
Is it running that bad?
Yeah.
wanted to just kind of comment on my T-shirt here.
Yeah, what you got?
The California Dreamin' T-shirt is from the Bakersfield Gentleman.
Yeah.
I give you one of them one time, and you had a picture of you smoking it. It's a real good cigar. It's their first release. They're coming out with another one.
Who rolls up for him? Do you know?
They told me, and I can't remember who is their roller, but
Gotcha.
they had their first line of cigars was called the Pariah Rush, which was the Connecticut wrap, and then the Pariah Noir was the Maduro wrappers, the dark, and I like them better because I'm more of a Maduro type person. I won't
Right.
turn any cigar down.
Sure.
But so I had this T-shirt on when I was down in Alabama. I smoked one of these cigars, and then I had your cigar out there, and I smoked one of them on the beach down there. So
You gotta go back to the beach and smoke a peacemaker now. So,
look, stupid phone calls, just like you're talking about.
I changed my phone number.
I got to do something because I sit there and get.
did you?
I had to.
I don't
I
have
was
your
up,
name.
I was up to 25.
Oh my god.
25.
Well, if they make them peacemaker shirts in a XXX, I'll be looking for
Yeah,
one.
I'll get one. I gotta get some more swag. I feel like my swag game's low now. Looking at Drew Estates.
Yeah, my phone rang every 5 minutes.
That's
Yeah.
insane.
That one
last
podcast.
Thursday.
That one podcast you guys was doing,
Yeah.
you had like 4 or 5.
No, we had 7 in an hour.
Yep, 7 an hour with John. Yep,
Yep. That's insane. 25 in a day.
25 in one day, and they're all the same thing. They're all either Medicare,
Right.
Yes.
um,
Your warranty's
car
expiring.
warranty,
Yeah.
and insurance.
That's insane.
Yeah, that's mine. I'll get a few others, but most of them are want to let you know your vehicle expires, your warranty expires here in the next 20 days. I go, okay, well, I don't have an.
It was just multiplying though. It started with like 10, which was annoying, and then, but last Thursday or Friday, I can't remember which day it was exactly. It was Thursday or Friday. It was Josh was in here, and you can ask Josh. It was one call after another, after another, after another,
Wow.
after another, after another, after another. It just nonstop. It was nonstop till about 11 o'clock,
Yeah.
and then I hit Sarah up and I said, "Hey, you gotta change my phone number."
Right.
And then it took her a while, she was at work, and then by about 12:30, 1 o'clock, it started again nonstop. And then finally, I hit her up and I said, change it. You got to do this now.
Right.
And finally, she changed it, and that was the end of it. I haven't gotten a single call since.
No kidding.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't have your new number.
Yep.
'Cause
That's because it won't let me send text messages.
Really?
I got the thing that's supposed to block spam calls.
Oh,
It
bullshit.
allows them. It just puts a little flag there saying spam call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I went through, so I've had the same phone number for probably 20 years, if not longer.
Right.
And then I go through, like, remember, like, earlier, I think probably earlier this year, I was getting a lot of those spam calls. But never to that extreme. Never like what because I would get maybe 3 to 5 a day.
I would just dealt with 3 or 5.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that'd be easy.
They all subsided. I just just
Right.
declined every one of them. I wouldn't answer them.
Now, I started doing that. Mine were just multiplying.
Well, and that's what somebody had told me is if you answer it just to even mess with them, if you answer it at all, they know that's a good number.
Yeah,
And
it's
then they
working.
sell it more and sell it more. And
Well, y'all remember out at the mall on the upper level, Apex?
oh yeah,
Marketing.
well,
Yeah.
yeah, surveys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what they would do. They had people in there because, I work security out there, and they had people sitting in little cubicles, and they had a list of numbers. And you answer that number, it gave them a live number, and then they could get it to somebody, like you said. and
No
sell.
kidding.
Yeah.
I worked there for 2 hours one time.
Did you?
Yeah.
Doing surveys? I did a survey a couple times.
I didn't actually ever do anything.
Right.
I sat there and I sat there thinking, this sucks. I'm not going to do this. For 2 hours before my brain finally went, well, get up, dummy. So I got up and left.
Yeah, I did. My ex-wife's mom worked there. I think that's who it was.
I think everybody worked there at one point in
I
time.
never worked there, but my ex-wife. What was her name?
And then there was that one in downtown Alton too. There was a
Richards.
I
fucking forgot her name.
spam calling place down in downtown Alton too by on Henry Street.
Yeah. And like this, you'd go in on Henry Street.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would go in and do the surveys because nobody would ever do surveys. So I'd go in there and knock out like 2, 3, 4.
And then some of them surveys would give you
She worked there a long
$15,
time.
$20, $25, depending on which one you did.
Oh, you're talking about the ones that walked around in the mall.
Yeah. What'd you do? Oh, it was dialing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I never worked like I dialed for dollars. Like I worked at a collection agency in Edwardsville.
It's got to be tough.
And I'd call and who cares? The hardest part was it was like a 6 a.m. start because we rocked the East Coast, and and so you had to be there at 6 a.m. And I was a young buck that stayed out too late every night, so it was hard to get.
Yeah, you're sitting there on the phone.
All right, I'm like, hey, you owe this debt, and then I did really bad at it, so I think they let me go, or I quit going. 6 a.m. is hard to start a job.
Don't
I
make
pay $115 a month for that dumpster, prick.
I didn't even think about it.
That's okay. What's that?
Stuff that I already
Well, cigars. Thanks.
Not enough.
Probably
Not enough.
need
There's
about.
an extra 20 there for the sodas that I grabbed.
Oh,
smokes.
I just restocked your soda.
I was gonna do that today.
Yeah.
I was gonna restock it today.
No, too late.
I've been slacking on it.
You've been slacking on everything in here.
Well, you're
I
injured,
swept
Chuck.
up
You're injured.
twice last week.
I know. It's still sitting there waiting to be put in
Oh,
the
I did. I left a
dustpan.
pile, didn't I? I did. I left a pile.
Been a pile there all week.
Get you a
I
sling
had
and walk
somebody
around.
come in.
Huh?
Get you a sling and walk around town.
What's that?
Dumpster company call you?
No, he was walking around here looking like an idiot. So I knew what he was doing. I saw the truck pull up, and I saw your truck there, or your car there. I gotta get some stuff out of the. Are you taking the Aston?
No.
Okay.
Do you need?
No. I'm gonna get that shelf out of there. My truck's blocking the garage.
Oh.
So this is about like every day here.
Right.
Interrupted.
Right.
Dick beaters coming in for no reason.
Right.
Guy wanting to know when his truck's done. That's pretty typical here.
Right.
So
Oh, routing.
we got 3 trucks waiting to be done.
4 technically.
You guys stay busy, that's for sure. Man, I tell you.
Yeah,
I watched-
we pile up the work. I don't know if we're busy.
Yeah, that's not true.
Always looks like it to me. You guys are knocking it. I remember when
No,
I
this
was,
week will be this week's gonna be bad because it's supposed to be rainy and crappy all week.
Oh, yeah, sales wise.
Yeah. This weekend. Last week was good though.
That's okay. I'm going to rob half these cigars
Last week was good.
because money's going to be funny. So,
Your shop down on State Street there is going to probably do good with
as long as we have
River-
product to sell,
River. Yeah.
and as long as it doesn't flood, I don't know why we're getting 40 days and 40 nights of rain.
I'm surprised the water level isn't up.
It's been hella low.
The
It's
snow
super-
and everything up
super-
north. And
Super low. Well, it's not
That's
melting real
crazy.
fast. They're still cold.
That's
We might
crazy.
get a late summer flood because once it heats up there, because they got a second blizzard up north.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
like last month,
Oh.
like April, like late April. They got a
Damn,
huge.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So if it goes from that to hot and it melts it all at once, we could be. But the Army Corps is actually pretty intelligent with what they do, so they've been running it low anticipation of the snow.
Well, they do call them engineers.
I know it's weird, but most of the
Yeah.
time engineers just mess stuff up. So, but yeah, no, they so they've been. I think that's all in preparation for the upcoming.
They've been
melt.
leaving,
Well,
they've been leaving the dam open.
Yeah,
know
just getting everything flushed
Where
out.
I live over there's railroad tracks, and I can sit on my front porch, and they're from here to that motor home over there. And last week I saw 3 trains going north.
There you go.
Yeah.
Holy crap! That is louder than the golf game.
There you go.
Was it that loud when I was pulling up?
No.
No, it was rumbling pretty good.
I didn't realize it'd even be that loud.
No, that car's loud, man.
But there was 3 trains going north that had military vehicles on them.
Yeah.
So I was like,
That's how they transport them.
Yeah, they just move around. Trying to
I figured
spot
maybe they was
them.
going up north to do something,
That's
know.
the only, that's the only thing that's.
Those posts on social media drive me crazy because everybody I know shares that stuff. And it's
Yeah.
like, you'd really freak out if they drove them around, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
How do you think they get them places?
They'd lose their mind.
Right.
Oh, there's the sale. Let's
Who's that, Jay?
I don't know. I don't think it's Jay. It's 4-door.
But I was telling Chuck while you were gone, if I moved to Mississippi, maybe there could be an AP4 in Mississippi.
There you go. It's Mitch.
It's Mitch.
That's
It's
cool
Mitch.
though that you got guys that show up and.
Well, yeah, but we're not open for another.
Oh, that's right. I keep
We're not open
forgetting.
for
Yeah.
another hour and 10 minutes.
Where'd you get your little Table 36 cigar sticker?
Mike's got them. We got them. We'll have him get you one.
My niece,
They're over by the counter.
I got to talk to Mike about make sure it's okay, but she does vinyl graphics,
Right.
just for shits and grins, so to speak. And she saw his Peacemaker one on his shirt.
Right.
She said, I could make you a decal like that to hang in your man cave.
Yeah.
I said, well, I'm going to ask Mike first
no,
because,
yeah, I mean, if she can do it just from the picture,
yeah, just a
or
black and
he
white.
could probably send you the file and everything too.
And she said, just, talk to him and send me the picture. And I've got a piece of white board that she's going to put it on, and when we can hang it on the wall in the man cave there. But I don't do anything like that, without asking, because that is his
Right.
trademark. And
Yeah.
it's not like I'm taking it around it,
There's a difference between getting you a sticker made and selling them.
Yeah.
So, or going and having a bunch made
Yeah, and say, hey,
when
look,
you've already been served a cease and desist on it.
Yeah.
So,
and people are that away, I mean.
well, I own a trademark.
Oh,
And-
really?
And
Awesome.
and I've served these guys cease and desist twice. I actually need to check it. So, but I've served these guys a cease and desist twice on it, and they don't care. And then they get T-shirt shops that don't care either. So,
Well, and they do that with like music and stuff.
yeah.
But how does Vanilla Ice, their song Ice Ice Baby,
Because it's different.
it's the different words, but it's the same beat to
No,
Under
I mean,
Pressure.
That little tss at the end, it's different.
Listen to the beginning of it all, though.
Yeah, but it's that little tss.
Yeah.
It's different.
That must be, it might be. I don't,
That's what he said in the interview. That's
Oh,
the
okay,
interview
all
he
right.
gave. That's what he would say. No, it's different. You
I've
hear that
often
little tss,
wondered that
it's
because,
different.
they got so much copyright on everything, and it's like,
No, it's the same song.
yeah.
It's the same song.
But, yeah, she put a little TV out on the front porch there, so if I don't feel like going out to the stone castle, I can sit out there. I got an air conditioner in the window because it's all windows around. It gets hot, and when I want to blow smoke out, I just turn it on. It pulls the smoke out, and then got to change the filter, and stuff like that. But she takes good care of me, and and then it sucks when you can't walk that much, because of your feet. And
Right.
but I really like listening to you guys and everything, and I'm always commenting on everything. And Boston Jimmy, after I won the Drew Estates, he went on where you do it on Facebook Messenger and you talk. I don't know what it's called, but we talked for about an hour. And he was telling me he saw the podcast where I did. And he said, you got quite a few views on your podcast you did with the Unrolled there. And I go, yeah. I said, I got a lot of friends in the cigar world out there that, I only know them through talking to them online and stuff like that. But it gets me through the days and everything, and
Right. Yeah, that's all that matters. What gets you through the day.
yep.
Did you lock the door this time?
We need the money.
I sit and look at his pictures, of him down there painting and doing all kinds of cove base and all that. And it's like a couple of them, a few of the guys that I talked to, commented where, you're looking pretty tired, Mike. But the
It's fine.
end reward, your mom's going to be really happy with that new outfit down there. And you did it for
Well, they're all done now.
No,
it's-
not really. I gotta hang mirrors because not only am I the property owner and the landlord, so like when stuff doesn't
Maintenance man,
work,
too.
I'm also the maintenance man
Right.
because it's my mom. So I would hang stuff all the time. Here you go, buddy.
still going, but I don't like
Yeah, get it evened up.
But it's good enough that you can the mirrors can wait a little while.
No, they were supposed to have been in yesterday. I just didn't have the time.
The mirrors can wait a little while.
'Cause some of those people, man, they pay a lot of money for this yoga. So, it's like they expect certain things. So I'm trying to make sure it's right for them.
And
So,
Chuck,
I'm
you were
hanging.
saying you were going to do something that you needed a person that was doing yoga or something. Did you get that hooked up yet?
The what?
You said that you was going to talk to Mike, and Mike said he could probably talk to somebody, but you was going to do a little film or something.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Your scary movie film.
Right.
Yep.
Well,
I just want to make a crappy movie
Miguel.
that flashes red the entire time we're doing it.
Oh, it's a blood scene.
Yeah, so it'll be
Yeah.
black and white.
Miguel
I like it.
Rodriguez, they do with Joe Gonzalez and all them, but I can't remember the name of it, but they do scary things and everything. And I told them, why don't you do a big scene of a cigar event, because they're into cigars and everything.
Right.
And there's one guy that comes in and he wants you to buy his cigars, try his cigars, and he's laced them with something. Then he puts you out, and then he becomes a mass murderer.
Yeah. Good plot.
I know.
Good plot, buddy. And then what if, like, other cigars gave you, like, superhuman strength?
Exactly. You smoke a Table 36 Peacemaker.
You start shooting everybody
Yeah.
with your six-shooter.
Exactly.
I
See?
love it. It's
There you go, Chuck. We give you a.
Yeah, we got a plot twist now.
Right.
You smoke this cigar and you just start high nooning everybody.
I just want to make a mockumentary
I
on
went-
ghost hunting, because if you watch the ghost hunter shows, they're all so ridiculous.
Dude, we got a transcript sitting in there
Absolutely.
that Matt
ridiculous.
Boxtruck wrote. We have a whole movie
So,
transcript.
Right.
Were you a supernatural watcher?
Was that like
I mean,
a
we
show?
watched
Yeah, the
this
series.
no.
My kid watched a lot of it.
But we would watch the Ghost Hunter series, and
Mm-hmm.
and I watched the only, I think Taps is the one that is the only one I would watch, and then even that got ridiculous. That just got ridiculous for views.
How
for
about Boondock
ratings.
Saints? Did you watch that?
I've watched Boondock Saints.
Yeah.
Boondock Saints. Was that a documentary?
No.
No, it was. There was two
No,
of them.
yeah. I watched. I've seen 2 of the 3. Is there 3 of them out?
I don't think so.
I think
Oh.
there's only 2.
thought
It's
there
like
was
the
a
other
third.
day on Paramount Plus on Spectrum. They had The Godfather, and I have been I sat out there the other day in the Stone Castle, and I was looking at my cigar aficionado
Right.
about all the mobsters, and I just think it would have been awesome to live in that day. Except you could be sitting here, and all of a sudden somebody is trying to get me, and they end up getting
Right,
you guys too.
Right.
That still happens.
But yeah,
Right.
but been wanting to watch The Godfather. Well, they had it on. That's like a 3.5, almost
Never.
4 hour.
Never seen any of them.
Serious?
Never seen any of them. Parts of them, bits and pieces.
No,
here
I
and
watched
there,
all of them.
Never seen any of 'em.
Even 3, which sucked.
but they're slow.
They are slow.
They are.
Really, really, really
audio's
super slow,
terrible.
And I just don't. I have
Everything
no
about
interest.
everything about them cinematic is terrible.
And I don't.
It's ridiculous.
I don't. I like old movies, but I can't watch that movie.
You gotta.
I just can't watch.
It's one of those. It's like Reservoir Dogs. I had to watch it a couple times to understand it. You know. So or what's the Clockwork Orange?
Clockwork Orange.
I've watched that
Yeah,
10 times.
I've watched that
and I
100
still
times.
don't. I still don't
Right.
understand it.
I watched that 100
That
times. I
was
still don't understand it.
a weird, good movie.
I'm not sure what's happening in that movie at any point, except for I always want to drink milk.
I don't think you're supposed to be sure what's happening in that movie.
No.
at any point.
So I mean, you got some high bars to try to reach to when you make your terrible movie.
Right. Oh, The Clockwork Orange is a good movie.
It's not a good movie. It's completely
it's a
pointless.
good movie.
What's the point of it?
I mean, it's not pointless. It's about that character. It's the whole plot's that character.
There at the end of it, where they've got him with that electroshock therapy and everything,
Right,
Trying
right.
to rid him of watching the
Right.
pornography and
And
stuff.
then he gets that brain injury and they deprogram him. Yeah, it's not.
I don't know if I
and
made it that far.
And it looks like it. And it at the end they leave it off looking like he's going to be worse
Right,
than he was.
right.
So,
Guys, like I've said before, I'm old. I've still got
Dosage
that
is
on
a
a VHS tape. I don't have a VCR to
know.
play it, but
right.
Now I'll tell you a super weird one by Stanley Kubrick, which is who did Clockwork Orange, Full Metal Jacket's Stanley Kubrick. Too.
Yeah.
But a really super weird one that you have no idea what's. I don't understand it at all. Is Space Odyssey 2001,
Okay.
and it moves slow, but it's so strange that it doesn't seem like it's moving
Right.
slow.
Right.
But and I still have no idea what's going on in that movie. Still, I have no clue at all. Like Clockwork Orange, I kind of get a little bit of it. It's just that character, and you're fine. You know what I mean? I kind of get what it is, but that movie I don't. I just
Is it amazing that like these terrible weird movies get put into production? Like, who's the salesman that sold that to the production or to the movie carrier? Whoever
yeah, I
financed
don't
it.
know.
Rocky
you know?
Horror Picture Show. I loved that movie.
I've never seen that.
I've never
I
seen
wanted
it
to
either.
see that, but I just can't. I can't engage myself with it. I can't.
It's a lot
I can't
of
make myself watch it.
musical, you know. But
Right.
Oh, that's probably why I
it-
skipped it.
Yeah, it's
I don't mind that stuff. Like they did one Tim Burton. It's a remake, but Tim Burton Sweeney Todd.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one.
I like, and that's a musical.
Yeah, that was
and
cool.
I like that movie.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. Wasn't there a lot of blood in that?
Yes.
That's probably why I liked
Yes,
it.
a lot of blood in it.
Yeah,
She was making meat pies.
nice.
that's the reason I liked watching SOA and now the Mayans, you know, because there's some blood in it, you know. It's
Right.
like, yeah. Boardwalk Empire is, you can, I think it's on Netflix or something, or maybe on demand on
It's
your,
HBO.
but it's a good series, and it's about the Prohibition years and all that, you know.
Yeah, it's a
and
great show.
I
Steve Buscemi
yeah,
has a main role.
and yeah, he's the mayor or something
No,
of it.
he's I think he's an elected official, but I think he's in charge of the street department or something.
But
I
it's,
don't know what he is, but yeah, whatever it is, it's a great show.
you know, that boardwalk looks awesome, and they still have a boardwalk there. I don't know what it looks like
It
now.
looks a lot like that now.
Does it really? Awesome.
Yeah, it still does. I was out in Jersey. It's been quite a few years. It's probably been, I don't know, 12, 13 years. But we're on that boardwalk where they filmed that, and it's super cool, man. It's real old timey looking. They still have the dudes that carry you around, but they got bicycles now. You know, I don't know if they did in the show, but yeah, you sit in a little rickshaw and they pedal you up and down. So I would have them just, instead of walking 10 miles, you have them ride you up, and then you walk back and visit all the shops and whatnot. And
Right.
so, like, where they film that a lot, where the boardwalk's cut off, where the casino is, that's still cut off right there.
Oh,
So
cool.
it's very similar to, and it's had a lot of storms to destroy the pier, like where the amusement rides are. When they do that, that's still there. The amusement rides are still there. So, and everything's functional. It's actually, I think it's really pretty badass. But I love New Jersey, though. I don't know. There's something greasy about it that I really like. So, you know, it's where I bought my tracksuit. I just felt at home rocking a tracksuit and some hair gel up in there. So
Now you could take your one wheel and ride around over there.
yeah, actually that boardwalk is that tight. It's that smooth. Like you can,
really?
oh man, all day.
Nice.
And then like there's all kinds of shoot offs to go into different neighborhoods and whatnot. I mean it was really cool. The pigeons are badass. They'll hang out with you. Like I was feeding pigeons right out my mouth.
If it flies, it spies.
If it flies, it lies. So we all know that if it flies, it lies. There's no anything that's flying is government controlled,
That's right.
and it's spying.
Birds aren't real.
Spying on you. So
Well, I know I sat out there at nighttime on the front porch, and I figured it's probably either the old fuel fields and everything, but there's somebody that flies a couple of drones out there different days of the week.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
that seems like a,
Yeah,
it's
a
kind of
violation.
scary.
Right.
Kind of scary, but I figured they might be looking at the fence line and stuff like that. I don't know.
Yeah, because
Probably
that's
just a
Because it's the
Hobbyist.
old,
that's international.
it's the old-
that's
Yeah, that's federal property.
that's
it's
not
the old
even-
Amicos.
It's actually not even federal property. It's not even it's
Really?
yeah, it's not U.S. property.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I forget what they call it. I mean, sure somebody will correct me, but
Right.
it's internet. It's like a free trade zone or something like that.
Oh,
like it's,
okay.
Yeah, so I mean, it is U.S. property, but it's not governed by like it's only feds or whatever. So yeah, that's why every incident there is such a big ordeal.
Right.
So because you got to have like 93 people come and look at it and check off, like, yep, his head's missing, you know, or whatever.
Right.
So, yeah, that I think every refinery has its own like special. It's not really part of the town. Like they'll call them, they'll drag, you know, if somebody's belligerent or something, they'll put them in the gate and call local PD. But yeah, as far as that's why it's like hard to get into. You know, you have to have a a perk card,
SWIC.
SWIC
Yeah,
card.
you gotta have a SWIC card.
So-
Same with Olin, no. You gotta have a SWIC card to get into Olin.
Right. Well, that's because they're making ammunition for the
Right.
government. So yeah, no, it's yeah, I would be pretty positive because you can't even take pictures inside of the
Nope.
refinery. So
You can't take anything.
you can't take a picture at it.
No, you couldn't take anything inside the inside Olin, inside casting. You couldn't take nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I did all the time because the security guard liked me. But
Yeah, they would check your mailbox your lunch
Lunchbox,
boxes in and out.
Right.
Make sure you're not stealing gold dollars or
right.
whatever.
Well, that's inside
That's
brass.
down, yeah, it's down
That's
at
inside
brass.
brass.
That's where my stepdad retired from.
It's
Was
not-
down there.
Not casting.
So like if I go pick them up, you know, the barbed wire doesn't keep people out; it's keep people in. Isn't that crazy? Like it comes in, like
Yep.
you know, like yeah, you can come in, but you're gonna have a hell of a time getting out.
Right.
Well, they supposed to have ammo buried in the fields out there because there's some.
They do. It's off this street up here, Center Street.
Is
it's
it?
not. And
Is
it's,
that,
it's
is that
not.
that fenced area?
Yeah, it's not ammo. It's black powder.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you know that's a target for.
No,
Another-
No, they
nobody
don't
knows it's
They
there.
don't know that.
Nobody knows it's there.
Well, I'm sure terrorists are watching this podcast.
Yeah,
out of all of them, they're watching this one.
Well,
Wait a
this
minute.
would be the one to watch.
Right? Yeah, we're gonna give you secrets.
Right.
There's still missiles in the bluffs.
Right.
Yes.
That's what they say.
That's what
Yeah,
they say.
Did you ever
we
go?
went up
did
there,
you ever go into the Nike base up there?
No, I'm a chicken shit when it comes to trespassing. I've been charged
Yeah.
hardcore for
Well,
trespassing.
Me
We
and
went
some
up there.
buddies, we went up there and the fence was kind of broke down and we didn't go down in there because it looked really scary.
Right?
But there was stairs that let you raise
Oh,
I've never even
if I
seen
had
it.
if I had been that far, I'd have went down in it.
the. I couldn't bring myself to.
How far have you gotten to it? I've never even seen it.
I've never even went up there.
Yeah,
I mean, I went
I
up
know.
there, but then I turned and went right back down.
Yeah,
I never even
I have
went
no
over that
idea
way.
where it's at. Yeah, I know it's. I mean, it's off the road, right? Off
Yes.
the main road.
Well, you go all the way up Scenic, and then you turn left.
Yeah,
and it's down that way.
yeah.
somewhere.
Okay. Yeah. See, I have no idea.
Yeah, I've always just turned right and went right back down.
I'm the guy that's just mountain bike. I don't even like mountain biking up there because they you're not supposed to mountain bike on the hiking
Right.
trails.
Yeah.
So I try to get my rides in and then get out. But yeah, no, I've heard about it, but I've seen pictures. I've heard stories, people seeing, military dressed guys, coming in and going out still. So
Yeah, it's to be that, in our area that was there, it's like, wow.
I've never. No, but if I had gotten that far, I would.
I couldn't do it. It just looked too freaky.
You had a flashlight and everything. I'd assume.
We
I'd
did,
have went
but
down
it's
in
like-
that. I'd have went down in it.
They were all
Well-
saying, "You want to go?" And I go, "Nope, I'm going to stay up here." And they didn't
definitely
go
won't
either
do
then.
it.
I
yeah,
did.
it's like I was in the third floor of the old Tony's, which was a department store, and it was a department store back in the day. And what was it called? It was called Young's, and the third floor used to be the kids section of the department store. It had an elevator and everything, and I was trying to access the roof for some air conditioning work, and I cut out this lattice work up there on the third floor, and so the third floor is still 15 foot tall, and there's an actual attic up there.
Wow.
And so we climbed up there, and nobody's been up there in probably 50, 60 years. Like the amount of bird shit that had turned into just solid rocks was impressive, especially when it hit me in the face. That was
Oh,
really,
yeah, I'll bet.
really awesome. But I was standing on the top of a 12-foot A-frame, and I still couldn't climb into this attic. So you had to jump into this little bitty attic.
No, thank you.
And then there was some cool stuff up there, like dressmaker mannequins, little kid mannequins.
Oh, any male mannequins?
There's a little boy mannequin.
No, I need a full size male
That's the one that's haunted.
because I put my uniform that I got from the Rams.
Right.
In
No, I got females. I got female mannequins, but these were like dressmaking mannequins with the wire
Right.
bottoms.
Yeah.
Very cool. There was a frosted glass door up there, and it was basically like whatever broke, they just threw it up in this attic. But no one has been in this. I mean, there were skeletal remains of birds, up there that flew into, I guess, the fan, the attic
Yeah.
fan, because that's what it was. It was an attic fan for the whole building, and the fan itself was probably 7 foot in diameter. It was massive.
in that building right across from you guys, it's round. It was Snyder's back in the day.
Yeah. It still says Snyder's up
Does
on the
it?
top. Actually, the guy that owns Lit Cigar Lounge name is Brian Snyder.
Oh,
So in my building, which is across the highway, I found a Snyder sign. I even found a picture of it like in the 50s and 60s mounted to the
Awesome.
building. And so I just typed in Snyder on my Facebook friends, and I saw his last name.
Oh,
and
cool.
so I said, hey, do you want this? So I drove it down to Chesterfield and gave it to him.
cool.
So, yeah, it's cool. It was double-sided. I'm assuming had all the lights and stuff. So, I didn't put my phone on vibrate.
Well, the building across from you guys, it's that furniture store. It used to be P and Hirsch back in the day.
What's that?
The building that's the furniture store across from.
Oh,
you,
yeah. What was it?
It was P and Hirsch.
P.
P-N and then Hirsch.
Oh, okay.
It was a department store.
That sounds like the Crap Imperial guys named that, the C and P.
Right.
C and Boys
That was
P.
back in
C&P.
the 60s and early 70s because my mom and dad would go down there and it was cheaper stuff,
What was it like a
clothing
general store?
and
Oh,
clothing, all kinds of stuff, and
Yeah. So I found a bunch of 70s Olympic pictures from I want to say 76 Olympics or something, all brand new. They're in my building. Where am I going to put them right now? They're just fine where they're at. So, and then the other thing that's cool that's in my building is an orange trash chute. So I'm excited to use that. So I'll just take out a window, which isn't hard. So did I tell you
Right.
did I tell you a story? My stepdad took the window
Yeah.
out. God, it was so funny. So, Leo, there's a little leak in the front of the building, and I have access to look at it through a window. I just take down a couple boards, and then so then I was showing my stepdad. So I leave him up there with my drill. I don't know what happens after that because I went back to putting base coat down. And then I hear glass raining down
Oh,
on.
no.
Yeah, so I go out front, and he sticks his head out of the lower part that was already out, and he goes, "Hey, this window's bad too." It's like, well, it is now. You put a hole in it. So then he spent the next, 20 minutes like smashing the glass out of that window, so that way we could board it all the way up and plate glass wouldn't fall and slice somebody's head off when they're trying to go to yoga.
And then
So-
last week you were talking about that cubby hole that you was climbing into to do the lighting and stuff.
Oh yeah, that was for the heaters, and they all work, thankfully. And so yeah, it's there's that. That's moving right along. Yeah, they had their first hot class. It was a sold out class. They had that on Sunday. They had a pretty good turnout for their second class, which was in the a different room. And then Monday they had 2 classes on Monday, yesterday. One of them was the aerial, so they got all on the sling. So I haven't heard back to see if my sling placement was good, but she was hoping to get 16 slings whenever. So I followed that pattern I was on.
Right.
She ended up with 18, and so that's amazing. Except for we're short a couple of the actual fabrics, or
Right.
we're definitely short the little carabiner hooks. So you got to make sure you get the right weight.
Well, I'm probably not.
Well, I wanted to make sure that I didn't do the ones that were 75-pound decorative, hooks. So I got
Right.
I found some at Lowe's because it's the only store that ever seems to have what I need. So I go to Lowe's, and they had like some 350 pounds, which was heavier duty than what she was using. So we put those up, and Emily and I were tying them all up yesterday, and I just ran out of time to. Did I have to come up here? Oh yeah, I had to come up here. I had to get. I shipped out some cigars to Pekin, Illinois. Somebody ordered 2 5-packs of some Peacemakers,
Awesome.
and then so I sent that out. I got it ready. I sent it out today, and then I had to do something else. Oh, I had to run to Ferguson and drop those cigars off.
What was that in the afternoon? You were up here?
Yeah, 6. I think I went. I left here like right at 6, right when Jeff was closing up, and then I hopped in the truck and drove to Ferguson. Then
I wonder why that door was open then.
Oh, I don't know. That's when I came up here. It was like a little before 6. Actually, I was probably up here about 5, and then Jeff and I played a round of Golden Tee together, and he beat me. So that made me mad. So yeah, and then I grabbed it. I took a couple hats because I was supposed to deliver those cigars to Montrez for like the whole week last week, and I'd get in a groove, and I'm just getting so much done.
Right.
And I was like, buddy, I'm gonna come next week. So I went yesterday, dropped off a couple hats, and then just and I came back up here, grabbed my laptop, so I did some stuff at home last night. So and then I woke up this morning, did some more computer stuff. So
You're always working, that's for sure.
well, it's like there'll be a time where things will settle down, but like this week's gonna be crazy. And then next week's probably going to be crazy too, because that's when all the cigars are going to come in for the second shop.
AP2,
Yeah. So
is that what you're calling it?
no, it's just
No.
going to be AP cigar. So yeah, we're gonna humidor's going today. If the weather holds up and I can get some stuff done in that building, I have a 40-foot extension ladder I'm borrowing from a mausoleum. So anyway.
So-
Everybody's helping downtown. It's nice. Here. You need a huge ladder. Here you go. So I'm gonna get up and take the yoga sign off that building, and then if nothing else, I'm gonna see if I can get a banner knocked out real quick and just string it up until I get my sign permit.
Will they let you do that?
I think what's funny is you can hang a banner, but you can't affix a sign. Isn't that nuts?
Yeah.
That
there we
is,
go.
yeah, that's.
So, and then I got to get these windows fixed, this plexi fixed. That's what I was doing this morning, was emailing dimensions to the plastic company, Coat Plastic. And then, so I'm waiting to get a bid. And then I can rent a lift that goes 51 feet. It's $300 a day.
Whoa.
I don't know. I got to borrow a rangefinder because I don't have one anymore. I missed the pawn shop. And then I have to go see how tall that second story, the lowest part, is off the highway. And then I'm going to block the highway and see if I can get Nick up there at the same time I'm doing that side's windows. So just shove Nick up there, because without air conditioning, that place is going to be miserable.
It's going to be hot yoga.
It's always going to be hot and humid yoga. So imagine the rain we're going to get, and then it's going to turn to 80 And so I already have my grotto. It's full of water. It's now the Jamestown Mall wishing well. I flip pennies over my shoulder into it. I make wishes. And so far, none of them have come true. So, but yeah, so I can get a lift. It's $300 a day, which I thought was really pricey. I mean, I don't know. I haven't called Sunbelt yet. That was just at St. Peter's.
Not some. Well,
I think maybe St. Peter's can give me. So Max got one now.
that's what I was gonna say. I thought somebody had one.
Max got one, but it goes 40 foot. So I got to take my extension ladder.
And put it in the bucket. And
Well, it's not a bucket. It's a big old platform. But they're
Yeah.
they're using it right now to tear off the front of a building and re-brick it. So that's what they're currently doing. So, I can maybe get it for a day and try to fix that front leak and just drive it around downtown.
after your meeting that you guys had there with the city of Alton, are you good with the door right now because it is a
Yeah.
historical building?
Yeah, and that's how I got away with it.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Right.
you're not supposed to.
added to the history registry.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, and then the way that history registry works is since what they do is they will if you sign up to be a building in the so the whole district can be every building can be on the national historical
Right.
thing, but then your colors and your materials and everything has to be approved, but it drops your property taxes in half. But whenever you get into financially, I don't know if it's worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I mean, I got to look further into it. Right now, it's just get first floor done and get her
But
open.
it's cool that it's part of the Historical Society of Alton,
Well,
and-
it's national, actually.
Yeah.
It's not even-
Okay.
yeah,
okay.
it's
Well,
national.
that's even more. And you open that cigar shop up. You got the River Road right there. The car shows. They got bike races. And
Yep.
people smoke cigars. They may be healthier and all get out, but they still like their
Yeah,
cigar.
it's going to be
it's going to be a good.
Yeah, and what's cool is we're not going to put TVs in there. It's going to kind of have a whole old school vibe, with the display cabinets and the old building, the big old wood floors. It's got big wood plank
Yeah.
floors, and they sag like every other building in Alton. So it is what it is. Yeah, I haven't even really been. I posted a bunch on finishing that yoga studio for her, and in the meantime, I'm still working on the second cigar shop, and I really haven't posted anything about it. I don't even have a sign or a banner on order.
Now you can put a sign on that building, right?
No, not until it gets approved. So I have to get a form, and I have to fill out the form, and I have to tell them what the sign's made out of, what it looks like, and all the
And
above.
then are you going to go to that company, the Den, get you another cigar shop Indian to put down in front of that?
Oh, I don't know what I'm going to do because I don't want it sitting outside because I've
You're
seen.
getting stolen, probably.
Well, I've saw a lot of, the characters change after about 10:30 at night.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I didn't realize it was.
Yeah, it would get defaced and all that.
Yeah. So
But you could have
and
it
or
in. I haven't
broken.
seen inside that building, but I think it's really cool, because like I said, I watch a lot of podcasts in these cigar lounges, shops. They'll have that cigar store Indian, and it'll be inside in a corner,
Yeah.
and that just.
Yeah, we got one inside here.
Oh,
in the
I know,
corner,
and then you
we
got
got
one outside. Yes.
And so we'll have something in there, and all the decorations will come in time, just like here.
Oh, yeah,
It took many years to get this place decorated the way it is, and then we opened up and expanded this side. And if it wasn't for Jenna Muscarella and her art, we'd still have a bunch of bare walls. So we're real fortunate with the art that's here. So yeah, I got to start completely over and go to town and. Let's unroll the very last
Excuse me.
30th. What'd you think of that cigar?
I love it. It's good.
It was mild. Yeah, it was like a
I
mild
had a little
medium.
trouble with it burning there at first, but when I go to talking and then
Oh, yeah, that happens a lot.
but
It
I know
smells good.
yeah, they are.
I'm kind of sad that we're gonna unroll this bad boy.
Yeah. I was really hurt when I saw you tear up a table 36. I was like, oh
I
my
was
gosh.
too. I was too. This is another pyramid. So these cigars are probably right around for the pirate size / torpedo size, I think they're right around like $18 a stick. So kind of pricey. This might be one of the more expensive ones that we've unrolled on the show.
Like I said, I just keep referring back to it, but I watch a lot of cigar podcasts. There's people say they bought a cigar for $500.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I love smoking cigars, but there's no way I could justify spending $500 for one stick.
So let me ask you, Leo. So let's say somebody gifts you a $500 cigar. Do you smoke it or do you save it? And you only get one.
See, that would be tough because I would love to smoke it,
Right.
but
The construction on this thing's thick. Like, it's
Yeah,
solid.
but it's like, how could I light this cigar and it's going to burn up?
Isn't that something? Like, so...
There goes you might as well take the $100 bills, light them up, then put them in an ashtray. I couldn't.
So, would you smoke it or would you save
I
it?
think I would smoke it.
Would you really?
Yeah, I would hate to because somebody paid $500 for that.
Right.
But
But I mean, that's what it's made for, is
yeah,
to smoke.
to smoke, exactly.
Yeah.
We're talking about
We were talking about $500 cigars. I asked Leo if he, if somebody were to gift him one, would he save it or would he smoke it? And it's like, you're only going to get one, right?
yeah.
So,
I mean,
what do? Like, you just take a bunch of pictures of it and then burn it up?
I mean, what's the point?
Do you? Well, I think you're
Point
only
keeping it.
I think you're just to brag that you have a $500 cigar.
Is it gonna raise in value?
It could actually. Some cigars do. I mean, look at Cubans pre-64. There's still a bunch in this country pre-embargo, and those cigars are definitely going for way more than what they were.
Right.
how
Well,
was your
definitely,
Cuban
probably
cigar?
10 cents.
How was your Cuban cigar you smoked?
Well, you're gonna get one. We owe you one.
We got.
We owe you one and shirts, and
Well, that
I'm gonna give you a whole box of swag.
that one podcast that you guys was doing, I could find the character, and it was like he's a piece of shit.
Right.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
But
Yeah.
I would put
McMurray.
he is a McMurray. His name Lenny McMurray.
No.
Or
Oh, what is McMurray's first name?
I don't know what his first name is.
Do they ever say his first name?
I don't know.
because they're standing. One of the scenes.
McMurray, how are you now? I mean, I don't know if they ever.
I don't know if I've ever heard him say his first
But that
name.
one scene, they're
that's
standing
funny.
in a
That's weird.
bathroom, and somebody comes running in, and they scream, "That McMurray is a piece of shit."
Oh, yeah.
I would put that on the thing, and it'd get taken out
Oh,
because it was like
censored it.
because it was like I was calling you a piece of shit.
No
YouTube.
kidding.
So that's the reason. Whenever I answered that one time, I put he is a piece, and then I found the poop emoji,
Right.
and it stayed.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's like really, it's
That's hilarious.
Google
I
it and-
didn't think about being censored.
Yeah.
So you watched some of the show. What'd you think?
It was funny. I mean,
Yeah, it's-
those ones that you guys told me to watch. Shoot, now I'm drawing a blank. I'm old.
I'm having a hard time with this bad boy.
We've seen them all. We found it. The first year the shop was open?
Yeah. So
Mike found it. Somebody found it. up
No,
here.
so my brother's friend. So Nick's the one that turned us because Nick was still working up here. His pawn shop was still open,
Right.
and Nick's friend found it. And then so shared it with Nick. Nick shared it with us,
Right.
and then we kept finding it on cinema.
Yeah, we were stealing it.
Yeah, we were borrowing it. We gave it back.
All right.
So yeah, and then it was amazing because it was really like a underground thing, and then for I don't know 6 months, every time somebody would come in the store, we're like, "How are you now?" And then like every once in a blue moon, somebody would go, "Good, and you?" And
Right.
then you look at each other like you just said some secret password.
Right.
Oh, it went out of my YouTube, but I was watching a couple of movies you told me to check out, and I can't think of their name.
Lamageddon.
Yes,
Oh yeah,
and I had it in here to
it's almost a Lamageddon kind of day.
Almost.
play it on my.
I'm probably gonna play Elden Ring.
Are you?
Yeah.
I thought maybe you'd clean the store.
Well, I'll probably sweep up a little bit.
I was on Facebook Marketplace, and I've been wanting to get a arcade game for the man cave.
Yeah.
This guy's got a Pac-Man, great shape. He's wanting to sell it to get a different type of a game because he's got a bunch of games. He only wants $275 for it, but it don't have the original Pac-Man riser. He went to IKEA and bought a table that fits it,
Yeah.
and he said, I'll throw that in. But
No, you need like a OG console.
Well,
That's what you need.
Have you looked at the one-ups?
I found some on Walmart.
Yeah, you can buy the one-up cabinets, and they usually got more than one game in them even.
Yeah, yeah. Well, they had probably the same one you saw at Walmart. They had some at Sam's, and it looked like it was the same height and everything. And man, that's the lightest thing I've ever picked up in my life. Like, I was like, man, how heavy is this? Can I move it by myself? And I picked it up, and it was so light, it actually like deterred me from buying it because it felt like it was so piss poorly made.
But when I worked at the mall in security, I'd go up to Tilt there.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah, so you can get Mortal Kombat $249.
okay,
But
And
how
they're
tall
just-
are those though?
They're
that's-
not full size, but they're not super tiny either.
Is that the Walmart ones?
Yeah.
There we go. For a podcast called Unrolled, I was really struggling to unroll this cigar. All right, look at the difference in the binder.
listen to it crinkling and everything.
Yeah, she's glued in there. This has been rolled for probably 4 years. All right, that's the binder and that's the filler.
Is it a double binder? On that
No, no, this one shouldn't be. Yeah, because there's the filler there. Oh, that's so beautiful. Maybe it is
That's a-
double binder.
And that's a Grey Cliff?
This is a Great Cliff 30th anniversary. 30th. I forgot what that was. 30th something. So I went to the big trade show years back, and I was super hungover on the second day. And the Grey Cliff women they hired just locals, models and stuff like that for these trade shows. And these girls grabbed me by the hand, and they took me and sat me down, fed me some conch chowder, lit me up a cigar, got me a mimosa, and they're like, "You feeling better?" I guess I looked like death, man. Who was our first? Oh, Tommy Lee. I was drinking Jaeger with Tommy Lee,
No.
and and that dude, like, out of the same bottle. So I might have like some kind of disease. I don't know. But we were
Well,
drinking.
it's alcohol. It's sterile.
Right,
That's
right.
right.
But it was a gallon bottle of Jaeger.
Jesus.
Yeah, and I'm in the DJ booth with him because I was drunk before I got there. And so I just climbed over the booth into the DJ booth and
Coming in.
Yep. And we were at the Hard Rock for an after, they have after parties at these things that are just normally over the top. And I was in this DJ booth with Tommy Lee, and we're just drinking, and man, it hit me like, oh, I'm about to puke, and I don't want to, and I didn't, dude. If Tommy Lee walked in right now, I would know. I don't. People are like, man, it's like I don't get starstruck because I don't remember.
Right.
I don't retain what people look like. So anyway, so I climbed back over the booth. We're on the upstairs of the Hard Rock in Vegas, and so it like wraps around, and then you can see the main bar down below. So, and then the stairs come down to where the entrance is. And then I made a right. And then as soon as I hit tile, I knew I was in a bathroom.
No.
I did not know which bathroom I was in.
Didn't matter.
Didn't matter. I found tile. And so here's a gross part. So I'm on the upstairs. I passed by where my table was, and I grabbed a cup. And it was starting to get towards the end of the night, right? So there was like another table, so with people on it, closer to the stairs. And I filled this cup up, and as I'm walking by, I set the cup on the table with the people, and then I pointed at him and did a.
Oh no.
Then I got to the bottom of the stairs and I couldn't contain any more, man. I know that the Hard Rock back then had Golden Goose sink. The wings were the hot and cold, and it was a big long square, and it was clogged by the time I was done. Like the whole, it was not my best moment at all.
Gross.
Yeah, it was incredibly gross. Yeah, and then like I had a rental car, my buddy drove me home, and then the next night we were supposed to see. I was telling everybody that was there with me that we were going to see Kid Rock, right? Because we just saw Tommy Lee.
Right.
And it was, or no, I was telling everybody Chris Rock. So we're at the top of the Palms, or we're on the balcony of the Palms in a cabana, and here comes the little guy on Chris Rock's, like the wee man or whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I get,
So he comes out. So we're in a cabana, and there's a bunch of people in the cabana, and my buddy's sitting next to me. He flew out there. He's not even part of the cigar. He just flew out to gamble while I was doing cigar shop shit, and we're in this cabana afterwards, and he goes, "Kid Rock, you dumbass, not Chris Rock." And I'm like, "Bro, I don't know these things." Like, he goes, "They're so different. Like, you should really not mess that up."
yeah.
So yeah,
I like Kid Rock.
yeah, it was Kid Rock, not and this was
Chris
in
Rock.
this was in early 2000s, so he was probably pretty expensive, but the whole crew was there. Like, yeah, as soon as that midget walked out, bro, my buddy leans over and he goes, "Kid Rock, you idiot, not Chris Rock." I go, "What's the difference?" And he goes, "Well, one's a comedian, the other one plays rock and roll." And I was like, "Oh, right on."
Have you heard Kid Rock's new song?
I don't like Kid Rock.
Oh, you don't? Oh, I do. He's
He was screaming something when we were up there in the Palms, and I was like, "Man, it's really loud." So I just made it my mission to get drunk again. So
well, yeah.
I nobody's louder than Jackal. I don't, dude. When I heard Jackal live
They play chainsaws.
up at Hillbilly Ranch,
Yeah, they play chainsaws.
and I was in the cigar cabin.
How many songs did they do up there?
Oh, I left on the first one. I literally closed up shop and left.
I'm out.
It was an instant headache. Like, I was that old to where they started screaming, and I'm like, I looked over to Emily, and I'm like, I'm like, bring it all in. We broke down the tent, threw all the shirts in. I was like, I'll get this stuff tomorrow. Like, I'm not even. That was so loud. It was so terrible.
I used to
And
watch that TV show about Sturgis up there.
oh yeah.
Can't think of it now. I tell you.
What is it? What's the bar called?
So, and it had the motorcycle up there, and then they had that big fire.
Oh
What the heck
shit!
is the name of
I
it?
know what you're talking about.
There's another one.
They had a series on TV.
Yeah. Well, Mike Ballard, he owns the Full Throttle.
Full Throttle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Mike Ballard owns the Full Throttle, and he was sitting next to me when Jackal was playing. I guess that's their house band is Jackal or something.
Yeah.
Okay. So, funny story. Mike Ballard doesn't like me too much anymore, because we went out on a poker run during this event. So I came back, had a few beers on the poker run, and set up the cigar camper, trying to sell cigars to a bunch of people that are just smoking weed and vaping. So that was a terrible idea. So I look over, and there's Ballard's side by side. Now I don't know it's his. I just see a side by side with some keys in it. We're at a mud park. I think it's a great idea to take it and
Take it
go
and
mud.
go for a ride. Yeah.
Right. I mean, I don't want to take my truck.
Well,
I mean,
no.
I don't. I have to clean that. So I go, "Emily, you want to go steal that?" And she goes, "Yep." So we hop in, and we take off, and my phone explodes. The guy with the long beard on the show,
Yeah.
I forgot his name. Good, funny guy, though. He's calling me repeatedly, and there's very little cell service out there.
Right.
So finally, I forgot, Nurnberger's out there. He's calling me, too. And he gives my number to the Full Throttle guy. So everybody's blowing my phone up. And we are currently stuck in mud in this
Oh, no.
side by side. And I answer the phone because I was just trying to send it, dude.
Right.
I was get so far, but I could back out. And I'm
Right.
like, no, we're making it this time. This was the weakest side by side I've ever been in, dude. I was like, it was not going to make it. And they're like, dude, it's Ballard's. And I'm like, I don't know who that is. And they're like, he owns the Full Throttle Saloon. I'm like, cool story. I'm like, why would you have a side by side at a mud park?
Cool story. I own an AP cigar.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
We dropping names.
Right. Yeah. And they're like, dude, he's going to flip out. And I'm like, and? They're like, bring it back. And I'm like, okay. So I bring it back covered in mud. And they're like, man, he hates this thing muddy. I'm like, side by side?
Right.
And I'm like, okay, I'll go wash it off. That's cool. Well, yeah. You got a pressure washer somewhere? So I had to go borrow somebody's pressure washer. They had it hooked up to water out there at some of the campgrounds by the pavilion. So I go out there and I use the pressure washer. I clean it up as best as I was going to. I just hosed it off, and then I parked it back where it was. And the guy the MC, whatever his name is, I got a bunch of pictures with him and I. He's a big cigar smoker. So he is on stage, and every time he would mention AP cigar, he goes, "Don't take your side-by-side there. He'll steal it." So, and finally Ballard figures it out that I stole his truck, so he didn't talk to me after that. So it was
Yeah,
pretty
I
funny.
love watching that. I watch the Jim Belushi where they grow weed.
What's that one? What's that?
It's on one of the cable channels.
Jim Belushi growing weed.
Growing weed.
I believe that.
And
Integrity Farms?
Right. Integrity.
I can't remember, but anyhow, he's got a nice farm and he's doing it up in.
Oh, this is real?
Yeah, it's real.
Oh,
Yeah. And he's a cigar smoker.
okay.
Well, now he's putting them out, and they're in some shops up in Chicago, but it's the Blues Brother, and it's like getting a pack of cigarettes,
Right.
only it's already pre-rolled joints, and he showed the machine that does that.
Yeah.
And it's got the picture of the Blues Brother on the little case and everything. They're selling them up in Chicago right now. That's the closest to us that they have them in.
But
Right.
they're so expensive up there.
Oh, I'll bet
Right.
they are. I bet they
Right.
But
bet
I
they're
thought that
so
was pretty cool.
expensive.
But he smokes cigars.
Do you-
He's growing weed, to sell all over the United States.
Do you
and-
know who Action Bronson is?
I love Action Bronson.
No, I do not.
So Action Bronson is a rapper, and I've actually never heard him rap.
I've never heard a single song from him, but his shows are badass.
But he's got a show called "Fuck That's Delicious."
Yep.
I'm
Fuck
just
That's
gonna
Delicious.
say it.
Yeah.
Fuck That's Delicious, and he tours around and they eat. That's what he does. All he does is eat.
And he cooks with them too sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes he cooks.
Yeah,
but,
dude.
But all he does is eat. But they've got another show called Action Bronson Watches Ancient. Have you seen Ancient Aliens?
No.
Ancient Aliens is the show on the History Channel
Okay.
about. I know you've seen the George Tsoukalos guy, where he's going aliens and his hair's crazy. So that's from that show. But
Okay.
they get really, 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 really stoned, and they watch Ancient Aliens,
Awesome.
and it's
It's
hilarious.
I'll
dude.
check that out.
Absolutely
So
hilarious.
funny.
Ancient
I don't know
Alien.
where you can find that, but Fuck That's Delicious used to be on one of the channels. But
There you go, Leo. Does that guy look familiar from the TV show?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I forgot his name. But, and then, oh yeah, and I was hanging out with the Dirty Prescott kids. And they sing a lot of Fuck Joe Biden songs, basically.
Tractor
So,
Rap.
yeah, like even worse. And then that's some senator trying to be a senator-elect. Her last name is Hubbard.
Oh yeah,
She married a Hubbard.
everybody likes her.
Yeah, she married a Hubbard. And then I go, are you related to Tamika Hubbard, who is another St. Louis cigar owner? She owns her own cigar. She has a Setter to Entertainer cigar, things like that. And then the Hubbards in St. Louis are all Democrats. This Hubbard is a Republican on the Illinois side.
Right.
So it was kind of wild that I was like, she goes, "How do you know Tamika?" And I was like, "Cause I'm in the cigar business." Yeah, that's where we stole you can tell I'm drunk as shit.
Oh, yeah.
Dude. I stole that fucking side by side. It was great. Yeah, there's Jeff. I don't know what we were doing. Probably some shady car stuff. So, I don't know.
There was a
Going out somewhere.
Hubbard that lived in this in Alton. He was a police officer for a long time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Real
Huh.
cool dude. Real cool dude. Got to know him, from working out the mall and security, and
Right.
to have him come out there, and him and Henry Moore and Jonice. She was cool.
That guy with the mullet mustache and those glasses. That's the Dirty Prescott Kid lead singer or whatever.
I like how you're showing us the pictures. And you can't see any of them.
Yeah, you know
It's
what?
top secret.
But if this dude knew how to work Adobe, then
It's top secret.
if this dude would learn how to work Adobe, he could put all these pictures up there.
Yeah, but they can't though.
Yeah, you got some cool
really
pictures.
can't.
Be copyright, wouldn't
I'm
it?
trying to figure out where.
No, because he
No,
took
because
the
he took
pictures.
the
He owns
pictures.
them.
Oh yeah, I stole that Dirty Prescott Kid's glasses too. When I get drunk, I steal stuff. So I still.
What's his name's glasses from Wine Gang?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was sober then. I just traded us. Some guy wanted a cigar, and I go, I'll give you a cigar. You go steal Shooter McGavin's fucking glasses off his head, and so he does. He comes back with them, and I'm like, they're all sweaty. I was like,
Awesome.
I was like, gross. So I think those are still up here in above the register. Yeah, there was that's why I ended up there's a shit ton of shot glasses in there. Like we went ham. Brandon's wife is hilarious. Like Brandon Hillbilly Ranch.
Right.
She is an absolute blast to just cut loose with. So and then Brandon's like flying around in a helicopter trying to catch up to us. Like it was kind of a wild. That's where I almost died, man. I got the speed wobbles on the motorcycle when I was racing the guy that owns a hog pit.
Right.
I was racing him and back from our poker run. And then I got the speed wobbles on the bike, and I was like,
man, yeah.
I looked over at him. I had enough time to look over at him, and I could see his eyes were bigger than his glasses.
Like, oh shit.
And then it was coming up on that turn on the Route 3, almost like right where Gary passed away, just on the other side. And so I was coming up on that turn to go into the train tracks and the Beltline extension because we're going back down to Broadway. And then I popped a wheelie at the last minute, dropped it down, slowed down just nice and easy. And I think it was that road. That road was such garbage last year.
Yeah.
Still such garbage.
I'm sure it is. I haven't been on it. Definitely haven't been on it on the bike since.
They repaved the college though. Oh, that's the nicest road in the area. Now.
Oh, are they done
Yes.
with the college?
Well,
College
they're-
Avenue?
they're
They're
still-
not done, but
Oh,
but
okay.
they've got 4 lanes done, and it's the nicest, smoothest road
Dude, minus all the bricks, we hit some nice.
for
Well,
the
no.
next 2 years.
Yeah, downtown was rough, but like we hit some somewhat smooth roads here and there.
Well, using our tax money to pay the damn road.
No, they got $10 million. They're trying to figure out how to spend it. So
Yeah.
for infrastructure or something.
Who Alton?
Yeah, I
Because
know.
Madison County's got like 51.
Yeah, Alton's got 10 to do something. So, but yeah, I deleted a lot of. I was having a memory issue with my phone, so I deleted a bunch of stuff. But
You should put them up on the Instagram page.
oh, is
Yeah.
that right? You know what? I
That would
will.
be cool.
I'll do it
That would
right
really
now.
be-
Yeah.
I'll do it right now because I will
So
forget.
those will be up on the Instagram page.
If you are, what are we, 140?
Yeah. On the Unrolled Cigar Podcast Instagram page.
Here. You know what? Good call, Chuck. You're
Like
a smart
them,
guy.
follow them,
Right.
share it.
Like, follow, and share. We got
Right.
53 followers on the Instagram, but yet you get hundreds of views of you one-wheeling or whatever.
Right.
around. What'd you
Right.
get?
They don't equal followers. I don't understand. Lots of hits.
Yeah, like Google search.
Oh, you can see the arch in one of your pictures. I'm looking at
Yes.
the stuff that you
I was
uploaded.
Yeah,
looking
because
at
I
that.
zoomed way in. Yeah, you barely see it though.
Yeah, I can see it pretty well. I knew it was there, though. I knew what I was
Right.
looking for.
But I took a picture of the boards and then I just instead I didn't lift up off the boards. I just zoomed in as far as the
Right.
camera would go, and you can see it. That's good. They've got good cameras on them, but that's about all these phones are good for.
Well, that's all phones
hate
are.
these phones.
No, it's all phones are anymore.
Yeah,
is,
you don't have to carry a camera around. You got your phone. You
All right, so you go to the Instagram, and I'm not even gonna put any captions on it. So if you watch the podcast, fuck, now call me Boston Mike because I'm fucking talking retarded.
Boston Mike in the house.
Call me Boston Mike 'cause I'm dumb. Yeah, so you'll see a bunch of random photos of beer cans and me smoking cigars with people.
Right.
And then you'll be in the end because you actually watched for an hour and 40-something minutes.
That's right.
Otherwise, everybody's gonna be
Right.
like, "What the hell's the point of this?"
You ready?
Yeah, let's wrap this up. I
You didn't talk anything about that cigar you unwrapped.
Hey, it's actually we smoked it. Leo and I smoked the final 2. That was the final 3, and it's I don't know, well made cigar. It was tight.
Yeah,
it was packed super tight though, man. It was a solid cigar. And it could have been some of your draw issues. Just man, they put a lot in there.
Well, and I was talking a lot, and I'll take that with me, and I'll continue to smoke it out on the front porch, and get my little cigar stick, and put it in there, and get it as far down as I can. I don't waste them,
Right.
No, yeah, no point in wasting them.
but
right.
I enjoy you guys like watching. I'll watch this tomorrow, and all my cigar smoking friends out there on YouTube, follow Unrolled Cigar Podcast. Check out the AP Company webpage.
Boy, you so stupid.
Right.
Man, we got millions of followers trying to watch
Right.
this.
That's right.
Make hundreds.
Millions of followers.
Millions.
Talk about monetization.
Millions.
Millions, lots of.
Leo, I appreciate you coming on again. I know it's a big
All
pain
right.
in the ass to get out of the house and all that good stuff.
I had actually a good day, so
Good.
my wife gave me the Nissan to drive, so I didn't have to climb up into the Hummer, and I enjoy it. Like I said, I sit and watch you guys on Wednesday afternoon, and I screen it to my TV, and now I got that smart TV, so all I do is go to YouTube on my TV,
Hell
and
yeah.
boom, and sit and laugh and comment on my phone when I'm watching it on TV.
There you
so,
go. Perfect. Dude, we appreciate your support. I know the whole industry appreciates your support, bro. You're always pushing, always sharing and getting in and doing what you can. And I think you're probably, you do more for the industry and for small shops and small brands than people that can walk around. So you should be real proud of yourself on that one.
I try,
Yeah.
I mean, it's.
I don't know why that walking stick doesn't have a bunch of cigar labels glued to it, though. That'd be pimp. Gotta get
Well,
that done.
I'm saving a lot of my cigar bands because I'm thinking about that butcher block table,
Yeah.
lining them up, and then somebody told me that you just glue them on there, and then put your polyurethane
Yep.
over it.
Yep.
And he said sometimes one will bubble up even though you glue it. So I don't know. You've got a table with.
Yeah, if you do a 2-part epoxy, it'll work out. I can help you with it too. Smile. Good job, Chuck. Never smiling. All right, I'll upload that turd too.
But
Shut up, Jeff. You're not on this show.
My arm itches so badly.
I'll
I
bet.
couldn't
I'll
smile
bet.
anyway. It's driving me nuts.
What are you smoking, Jeff?
Cargo.
76.
Cock.
I couldn't see it.
Jeff,
What?
So
Jeff
the
smokes.
guy that got the BBC, did you talk to him?
No, we don't. I
nah.
don't know who got it.
Oh, I-
Oh, Steve.
Steve got it. Steve, if we told him what it was, he'd probably try to spit it out a month after he
they
smoked it.
They make rum that's BB, big black.
Oh boy.
Cock.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's rum.
Right.
And a buddy of mine, he went on a cruise and he brought a bottle back, and we was at my house a long time ago, and he, we're drinking shots and everything, and he just screams out, "Who wants to drink some B?" I hate saying it. I'm
Right,
sorry.
right. Some big black cocks.
Yeah, that's it.
Say it.
And I kind of looked at him weird, and I go, "Are you serious?" And he said, "Yeah, look." And he brought that bottle out of his little cooler, and
That's what they call it nowadays.
I go, "Pour me a shot of that," and it was good.
Had a big black rooster on the label.
No, it had a big
Oh.
black guy.
Oh. So it was legit.
Yeah,
Wasn't trying to be funny, just
yeah.
Share it anyway.
Isn't that something?
shutting you down?
Dude, you know how
Nah,
many
it
times
says-
I get those?
It says watch and my caption says watch and subscribe, MFers. And it says this caption looks similar to others that have
Male
been
and
reported.
femalers.
Right, male and
Male and
femalers.
femalers.
And
All right.
they're wow.
that only applies to two genders.
That's it.
there
Well, I
it is.
enjoyed it.
That's it.
There
Leo,
he is.
thanks, homie. We're gonna hook
All
you
right.
up with a bunch of stuff to take home.
All
so
right.
don't let me forget.
Like, share, and subscribe.
Yep, all
Yes.
that good stuff. Make
Please,
Chuck,
please.
make Chuck famous.
Comment.
Yes.
Chuck needs to be famous.
No.
He does. That way he can burn his other
Remember,
arm.
if it flies, it spies.
If it
Birds aren't
flies, it spies.
Birds aren't
Milo.
real.
What's your
Milo.
theory for that?
All
real.
right.
Huh?
What's your theory for that?
Yeah, Milo.
All right.
Milo
Alright.
doesn't believe me.
Thank you, guys.
See you, Leo.
Huh? I don't know, man. If it flies, it spies.
When you take them headphones
Birds are
off, and
fake.
it really sounds different.
Yeah.
Sounds a lot different.
Yeah, it does.